Bitcoin has hit 73,000 American dollars. And baby dolls, you're about to get mogged. If you're a non-believer sitting on the sidelines, welcoming you back to crypto's juiciest news. Check out the 73,000 dollar zone for Bitcoin. You know who's celebrating right now? Michael Chad Saylor. Michael Chad Saylor is onside $8 billion. That's right. He is igniting FOMO into the hearts of all the other boomers out there in the stock market world, and they are asking questions. They are asking, how did this freak make so much money? How did he get his stonk micro strategy? How did that rise so much? Short answer, leverage. Long answer, leverage. That's pretty much what it is. They're going to have to borrow, friends. They're going to have to keep mogging the US dollar currency and crank it up. And when they do, they're coming in for our Bitcoin and they're going to pump our bags. Now, in the general scheme of things, Bitcoin touches this critical all-time high zone. I'm going to show you the channel. Once again, look at it. It touches it, but it breaks out of the channel. This is extremely important. This is a very rare moment. You spend so long doing this. Pretty much, friends, this is like you have to go all in. This is like the actual final point. Now, altcoins, they're doing something different on the other hand. They're actually still lagging behind, but we'll get to that shortly. So everything you need to see can be viewed on the others BTC chart, which I'll let you see right now. This is what's going on, friends. Altcoin, this is the ratio of others to Bitcoin. Now, others is all the coins in the top 100 or pretty much everything outside of the top 10, okay? So it's the big coins, it's pure altcoins, everything outside of the top 10. Now, it's going the other way. This is just something to think about, okay, friends? What I'm going to do, I'm going to play some Pumpy G music because you're going to have to think about what's in that top 100. In that top 100, friends, only 10% of them are meme coins. If all of them were meme coins, it would probably be going up, okay? Only 10%. So you have all these coins. This is a grift. Ondo Finance. Crypto Kobe says it's a grift. You have Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, which is the real Bitcoin, some would say, right here as well. You have, see, friends, all these coins out here, they're slower. A lot of them are just have giant market caps, and they haven't woken up yet. But the real juice, the real alpha, as I said, you have to go on chain. Okay, remember my 4 key points, friends, how to win in this bull market. Number 1 was go on chain, and then you have to find an active community. You need key information asymmetry, and then finally look at the devs. Yes, a lot of these things, even with big market caps, they're not able to climb up. It seems to be that a meme coin super cycle thesis is actually playing out so far. Now, I'm going to show you the Bitcoin dominance chart. It's still around 60%, friends. It's still around 60%. You're just waiting for this thing to eventually stop. Remember, these things, you just don't know what they can do because you have extreme capitulation. There are people who are like exiting things. So that's what's actually what's going to happen. You probably see people slip themselves out of Ethereum. People do some more panic dumping. I'm going to show you the ETH BTC ratio. Extremely important as well. It is still low, 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 low after all this time period. However, if you go back, friends, look when ETH BTC started going up. Actually look, I know it ticked up here, but when it actually just started making a move in the year after the Bitcoin halving. See, January 2021, that's when it started moving up. I'm not saying it definitely has to happen again. And by the way, we all know it is. We just don't know how high it's going to go because here's the thing. If ETH BTC, friends, is here, okay, because we're so low, if we go up here, it's going to look like a win. This means, though, when Bitcoin's 100K, Ethereum is only $5,000. Okay, and $5,000, for example, if you're in PulseChain, you got the sacrifice wallet there, that's pretty much a failure price, okay? You need ETH BTC to be around up here. That's like $8,000, okay? And if Bitcoin goes to 200K, you're looking at a $16,000 Ethereum price. So that is pretty much the heartbeat of what we're looking at. Now, friends, I'm going to show you something I just grabbed from BCB, just so, even though Bitcoin's exciting, Bitcoin is finally flushing up to the highs, but what happened actually 4 years ago and before that, 4 years before that, obviously, Bitcoin takes the stage first. Now, here's the thing, man. It's tough, friends. So this is the entire others chart, okay? And he has this overlay here, and there is this actual one last poopy period, okay? There's this one last poopy period, unless altcoins just start doing this, which is unlikely, but it is possible, okay? So there is this one last poopy period, and why might it come back down? I don't know. Maybe there's a sell the news on the US election. Maybe it just needs one more rinse, whatever it is, okay? But this is what you're looking at here. And this would probably mean just altcoins slug out a bit as Bitcoin maybe drops down and people get that last panic. But then after that, right, you have the up only part. Look at that on the right-hand side. You just start going up only. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the full chart, which is actually here. Okay, this is the full chart. It's actually here, friends. And I'm just gonna probably look at it around just a bit closer. Here we go. This is where we are now. Eventually, we're going to have some sort of smash up. Eventually, we just have to probably going to go back and smash through these highs. I have this big fib level drawn. This is total altcoins outside of the top 10 hitting 1 trillion. If you want to look at the exact measure from here, it's around like a 4 or 5x. I'm hoping PulseChain and everything does like maybe a 10x. And then they retrace maybe in that retrace, and maybe they retrace 50, 60, 70%. Screw everyone over. And then we can think about what we're going to do in the midst of next year. And by the way, it's very likely most people are going to call for the end of altcoins. So friends, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give you some like obviously some high juicy alpha. And it's not just, okay, gold has hit a new all-time high. So this is important as well, friends. So gold, I'll show you the chart now. Gold is doing this, okay? And this is gold, friends. Obviously, this is like extremely important. Gold moving in a bull market. Historically, in the past 100 years, when gold moves gold's in a bull market, the stock market isn't, okay? It's not in a new expansion bull market. So for gold to basically be going up, it's almost telling you something's around the corner. We just don't know. But, you know, always something's around the corner. But I'm just giving you an idea of like, okay, what you would want to see is if gold was doing this. From this moment, if it stopped down here and it started doing that. You know, that might actually happen next year as we move into 2026. This might be 2025. And then gold starts moving up and we have our bear market. Something happens or some sort of war thing. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm just showing you that this gold doesn't just accidentally go to these levels. This is gold. Remember, gold, friends, has like 16 trillion market cap. So this is just, it's something running in the background, and it's not going to probably resolve itself until a while from now, but it is happening. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the monthly candles for Bitcoin, because it's possible, friends, that the way Bitcoin moved up here, see, we started September last year, September in 2023, we did 7 green monthly candles. Okay, 7 green, and then we stopped. Now, we might do, I mean, it's very possible we do another 7. It could just mirror it. Where would, this is why I just thought of it, because you know exactly, friends, if we mirror it, we would stop, we will do the 7th green monthly candle in April 2025, which is exactly 12 months after the Bitcoin halving. Okay, so I'm just going to let you see this as well. 12 months after the Bitcoin halving from May 2020 got you Dogecoin mania. Altcoins, by the way, are still not up to these prices, okay? None, altcoins still aren't. Chainlink was $50, okay? It's 80% below. Everything is below this price. I mean, Ethereum is still 50% below these prices. Pretty much, almost, you know, 40%. But it's just big, big, big. And there's so many others. Doge was like 80 cents or 70 cents or whatever back then, you see? So everything is, they're still not even up to this point. That's how critical this date is. If you go back 4 years before that, once again, July 2016 was the Bitcoin halving. The ETH BTC ratio peaked around June to July of 2017, exactly 12 months. So Ethereum still hasn't, on its ratio, ever caught up to there. That's been like 7, 8 years. Same as XRP, by the way. And then if you go once again, even before that, you have Bitcoin halving in November 2012. You walk forward 12 months. This was the actual top, the actual final top. So in a nutshell, we have 3 data points. In 2 of the data points, the right thing to do was to sell everything into US dollars. Okay, exactly 12 months after. In 1 data point, the right thing to do was to sell into Bitcoin. Okay, because Bitcoin in 2017, this was the data point. Bitcoin in 2017, its run wasn't over at $3,000. It went to 20K. And then you had another alt season after that. So I'm just saying, if we find ourselves in April of next year and a lot of altcoins have gone ballistic, because you never know, man, there might be like new emerging themes and memes. Everyone's throwing money around. Just be careful about that zone, because we know from what happened this year, okay, we know what happened this year. Bitcoin, even though it only dropped 30% and it came back the whole way, altcoins still down 80%. Okay, they are still down 70 to 80%, many places. Okay, so that's important. So even though, so let's do a theoretical here. A theoretical is Bitcoin. Let's say, friends, Bitcoin goes to 100K. Everyone thinks it's over. Okay, Bitcoin goes to 100K. Everyone thinks it's over, and then everyone thinks it's like sell. But eventually, let's say it just goes to like freaking 140. Okay, by April, May next year, 140. Okay, so what it will basically tell you is, even if Bitcoin drops down to like back to 95, and then by the end like comes back, it does a pattern like this, this zone would be hell for altcoins. Hell, that's what this is pretty much telling you, because we just saw it here. Bitcoin only dropped 30%. I want to show you what would let's say Bitcoin goes like 135, shocks everyone. It drops 30% back down to $90,000. You see that? It drops back down to 90 grand. So I can actually like draw it for you now. Goes up, comes back down to 90, and then like by the end of next year, it's like back up to 130. And let's say it's going to take a stab at like the 240 by the end of the year. This will still be a hell zone for altcoins, but it depends on how far we go up, right? But that's something you have to measure up for yourself, because I mean, like, we could always use the PulseChain as a barometer just to show you how tough it was, man, because no one wanted to sell their PulseChain core coins or anything else in this year. Look at this PulseChain, fans. It got back to day one sack. It only hit 50% above day one sack. You've been waiting 3 years, and then look what happens. It stops, and then it drops freaking 85%. So look, that's why I saw it's possible in this zone up here. We run up 5-6x, and then there's like some deep retraces here. I just drew these little squiggly lines. It's very possible there's like this deep retracement. Everyone thinks it's over down here. Everyone thinks, oh, well, we couldn't move at all. Maybe Ethereum is still garbage. You know, we dropped 65%. That's still possible before it finally runs up. Okay, so I'm just giving you some perspective as to how, if you look back and you do nothing, you'll kill it. You'll literally kill it. But along the way, this journey, Bitcoin hits 100K. Oh no, it's over. It pokes above. You know what I mean? Like that'll be it's going to be telling. You're going to see a lot of fear. If Bitcoin hit, let's say Bitcoin pings 130, and then like 3 months later, it's back down to 90. Everyone's going to say, well, it's over. Can't go about 100K. Altcoins are rinsing. Okay, so I'm just preparing you this mentally. That's why I've told you, if you need, get your G stack on, because in your G stack, any altcoin that might rush up wherever Bitcoin is. So if I go back to the Bitcoin chart, let's use it on the weekly. Okay. Wherever Bitcoin is in this zone, whatever it's doing here, at least you can take something out and go, you know what? Okay, this is my payment for the year, just to pay me to hold, because you're gonna need to pay yourself at some point if we're gonna get what I think, which is the mid-cycle scare. Okay, so friends, it's just, I can know why. I can feel it in the universe, man. You know, all the people calling for like 300-400K Bitcoin? Friends, I think there's a lot of them. Bitcoin's going to hit 130. They're not going to get out. It might come back down to 90. Okay, they're all going to sell here. They're all going to sell here. And then it does something like this. And just like, maybe something like that. I don't know why. Just feel something like that. I just feel like that's how the universe goes. I just feel, I can just see myself making so many bullish videos, and I go, it's not over. It's not over. It's over. You're all cucks. You're all soyboy cucks. You're all you're all mid curves. I can smell that. But you know, all of that, it doesn't even really truly matter until others BTC flips green. Okay, it has to flip green on the weekly distribution. The number's actually dragging lower. So when you flip green, traditionally, it's got 100 days to run. Okay, look at this. We're like flipping down. But also, friends, it tells you like the state of, say, Pika on PulseChain and all these other altcoins, what they're doing now. Pay attention. You know, a lot of Mogged coins are just flying. Like Popcat hit 1.6 billion, his SPX and stuff. So there's been like a big warp drive move with those. They're like leading the charge. Okay, so they might make everything else lead. But this is, remember, this others includes all those lagging altcoins, all the DeFi ones, just the heavy market cap ones. Yeah, maybe they get their time to shine, but who knows? Man, I can feel it, man. I can feel it. Even though I'm trying to shoot all the bears and non-believers, I can see the hatred, man. I can see a lot of people are salty. I can see that there's a lot of altcoin dispersion, and I don't know, man. I can just see it, friends. I know people don't get it yet. They don't know that. Well, they should be watching my videos, right? I made 3,900 videos for you. Altcoins are tickets into a community that's trying to spread mindshare in the world about any idea, meme, serious, non-serious, whatever. Okay, so when they buy a coin with a utility, yeah, you have a utility for your coin. Okay, but you're not worth 400 million market cap day one. You're not worth that, bro. No one's using your thing right now, and you don't even have a community. No one's going to care about your thing in literally 12 months. So why should we buy it up here? We want to be on a journey with something. We want to see you start at $4 million market cap. Then let us in. But they'll never do that, friends. See, that's the thing. So they're going to have to... That's why I said the crypto market actually needs... Yes, it needs altcoins like memes to push and flip VC coins. It needs it. It needs to heal. The only way for the market to heal is for the... This is the only way, friends. Like, product market fit, right? If the altcoins and memes keep going up and up and up and up, it's going to send a signal to the VC guys. They're going to take a look at themselves and go, what have we been doing wrong? You see? Right now, they don't think they're doing anything wrong. They still think they can all get an exit. You know that, right? They have a lot of coins. I'm guaranteed, friends, we're just going to see all of them down 90, 95%. Who's going to touch them? Why would you touch them? You have all these unlocks. You have no use case. You got 100 people in your real community, 20,000 Jeets farming from third world countries who aren't even in your community, spamming your Discord to gain points, okay? So we'll see all of this plays out. And yeah, Bitcoin is definitely leading the charge on that one. And by the way, friends, you know how Bitcoin is mogging Ethereum? Well, yeah, you know, in Bitcoin Maxi world, not even in Bitcoiner world, Ethereum is the VC coin. Ethereum has VCs. Ethereum took 50% of the coins for themselves. Vitalik is now dumping. They have to do all these panic control stuff. Yeah, so that's why Bitcoin people are just laughing all day. They go, well, we're the meme coin. We started as a meme. We're money. You have everything to thank. We're the reason why you all exist and stuff. So that's a Bitcoin perspective. And then VCs are copping it hard. And Ethereum is now viewed as a VC chain. You see? So, I mean, that's why, friends, there's Blue Ocean Land, there's PulseChain. But of course, a lot of the activities on Soylana, the only problem is trying to find insider edge and information. Now, friends, just showing you more information on how cursed VCs are. A dark event happened. So there's this guy named Eugene. Okay, and Eugene, friends, he did like something very illegal, very bad. He has to delete his account. So there's a lady called Hannah. Hannah here has a video footage of him. Eugene worked for DWF, a big crypto VC, and look at they have a lot. They're like, look at all the projects they're responsible for, man. They're responsible for huge Tron, Telegram, Mantle, yeah, Algorand, Beam, Gala, Flare Token, EOS, Elrond Gold. Look at all these Curve, all of these, man. There's heaps of others. Waves, okay, Metastyle. Well, he is caught on camera. He's spiking her drink. He's spiking her drink, and she took it to the authorities. She's come and made a public post about it. And look, I don't normally report on these things, but when I looked at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're VCs. It's the VC world. There's insider market maker part of it, and they're literally crypto VCs. They do like, oh, early round bootstrapping. I'm like, oh my gosh, like could it get, like this is just like ushering in the doom. See, friends, VCs, it's just, there's a black cloud around them. Anything VC related, it's just dark, dark, dark clouds. And it takes a while for these things to clear, but it's there. You see what I mean? That's why this came to me in the universe. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is so interesting how VCs have all these bad vibes coming about. I could just see the clouds coming over. I told everyone beginning of the year. I've actually been saying it for like 2.5 years now, friends. And now just coming all over them. And like, well, you guys don't even know why crypto's even invented, man. It lets people get in early and then have the journey of getting rich together. But you guys take that whole journey part out. You give yourselves all the tokens. Okay, well, the market's going to choose. The market's going to choose. And it's going to be licking a lollipop, but it's not going to be licking your lollipop. It's going to be licking the meme coin lollipops because it allows people to get in and they're financially incentivized to basically shill and promote after they get rich with their friends. Also, you got some like very sus pictures from Eugene as well. To some, a baby girl is an 18 years old OnlyFans model. So this is just, bro, this is, and he says he's hiring. It just, you know what I mean? Friends, this Eugene guy, he was appearing on everyone's Twitter because he was writing philosophical comments about, look, blockchain technology. And yeah, you see what I mean? This whole dark thing coming in the VC land. So that's on one side. We're going to contrast that with meme coins that are going to do some amazing things. Like PEPE, for example, friends. PEPE, and remember, we believe in PEPE. We have Landwolf 615, which is still cheap, actually. Let me go quickly check it as well. Still very cheap, friends. So these things are still hanging down in their little zones, okay? Remember, there's a lot of these out here, teams working, the team's cooking, but these things, they stay cheap, but they need the speed to move up. So I have a prophecy here, friends. So PEPE right now is like 4 billion, okay? It's around 4 billion. And I've got a video coming out on this. Pretty much, I think PEPE is going to go to around 9 billion, And then the mid-curvers are going to come out. And they're basically going to say, well, American Airlines is an entire airline company and it's $9 billion. And I guarantee you, they're going to say, PEPE's expensive. Would you, I could just see it. They're going to say, would you rather own an entire airline and all the jet fleets and all the cargo and all the employees? Would you rather own that or own all these useless frog coins on the internet that do nothing? Okay. And we're all going to be yelling, the frog, the frog. And it's going to go and pump higher. Okay. That's what's going to happen. Okay. You're going to enjoy this video. So that's why I'm telling you, that's what happens in a bull market. By the way, this thing happened with Doge. Doge went up and it hit 4 or 5 billion market cap. And everyone said it was too expensive. And then it went to 80. Another 20x higher. My gosh. You know, Doge fans actually went from 4, then it hit around 8 to 10 billion. And everyone said too expensive. Come back down to 4 or 5. Everyone said, see, it's over. But then it went up. Actually, I'm going to show you that chart right now. Here we have it, friends. Here we have it. Look at this. See, Doge comes up, hits 4 billion, spikes up to 12. Look at this. Mia Khalifa, friends, your favorite librarian, okay, who works in the library without any clothes on. Look, okay, I caved in. I bought the dog stocks. So she bought Doge up here. And everyone laughed at her. Look at this. This is Wiz. He was like, you know, having some banter with crypto banter. We need people like you to dump on. And then Mr. Gabur, imagine thinking that a coin made as a joke is a stock. And then guess who was right? She was right. Bang, it goes and does another whopping giant move in your face, man. This was huge. I should show you the screenshot. Man, check it out, dude. It does another like 14x. It hits, oh my gosh, almost 100 billion market cap. Can you imagine their faces? They thought, oh, you're stupid, man. It's 5 billion market cap already. How much higher could it go? Whack. That's how far it went. By the way, it's a special Easter egg surprise, friends. At the end of these type of journey, you're going to find someone like Tai Lopez comes. And you remember, I used Tai Lopez to call the top on Bored Apes. He also released the Limpers down. So that might be what comes at the very, very end. But for now, we're going to wait and see. Now, as Bitcoin pushes up, friends, there's been some lovely moves in PulseChain ecosystem. PulseChain here, it's up like, they were up like 20, 25% before. They're doing some hyper volatile moves. Pika's 25%. ICOSA was a 25. 9mm as well, 25%. All of them cranking. You have as well, right? pHEX, so protein hex was up. It was up like 25 before. They're being volatile right now. Yeah, so that's what we're all waiting for, I guess. We're waiting to see, can these prices, as you can see right now, can they resolve higher and bring in friendship? That's what everybody need. We need this to basically flip green and then we're good to go. This is the pHEX chart. So, friends, we have the Richard Hart court date, literally Halloween night in Americana. Hopefully we get a good result from that. I think like 200 people are rocking up from the HEX community, confirmed, RSVP, PulseChain HEX. They're just basically going to show the corrupt SEC that they picked the wrong hornet's nest to kick. Now, this is HEX RP, friends. I saw Donovan, so shout out to Donovan, DIY Investing. His next target's 5 cents. So he didn't know this, but he just had the 5 cents. And I go, oh, interesting, because 5 cents is the PulseChain launch price for HEX. Combined HEX, I think, was around 5 cents. So it'll be interesting if that's the next level we head there. And hopefully we head above that. The testnet price launch is 12 cents. So all of these things, because it's cycle 2, kind of interesting, friends. Like how many times a lot of people, tried to call me out for the past year and a half. A lot. And they were saying, cycle 2 doesn't matter. So we're cycle 1, we're new, we're different, etc., etc. PulseChain, HEX, your models don't work, it's stupid. It's not blah, 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 blah. And then I'd turn out to be like 100% spot on right. It's acting like a cycle 2 coin. Like you're basically doing nothing while Bitcoin rises up. Okay, so there's no natural market demand in any of these altcoins. You need Bitcoin to hit the certain inflection point. You know, maybe it's 100K, maybe Ethereum's 5K, and then you start to see these things go up. I mean, look at this. Total HEX, friends. Total HEX is still down 98% from the all-time high. Think about it, like Bitcoin's basically, it's above the all-time high. It's the highest price. It's never even this price in 2021. It's higher than that. So just showing you that getting cycle 1 things, it ain't so easy because a lot of them just die, you know, but the unicorns in there, they do run. But the thing is, once again, it's not so easy because people holding the unicorns think the party will never end and they never want to get off, do they? Just quickly as well, remember, friends, we have the Russell 2000 still making its way through. We need it to finally punch up through, and that's probably going to get the rest of the altcoins and everything moving on. So we're just going to need some more time on that. And then we have the US jobs coming out this Friday. Just, you know, we just want to see the US economy not cracking because this US yield curve is like ready. This is like the proper one. If it uninverts, man, Oh boy, I hope they're able to pull, they're able to stop the leak, but you know, it's crypto, anything can happen. Now, I want to quickly show you the Sol ETH ratio, friends. So Sol ETH, remember everyone was like going nuts over this. I was like, bro, you're up 13% from this move. My gosh. But I guess they're happy that this thing went up. But remember, I just told you when we're up here, okay, we're up here. I stood by it and I said, look, these things, friends, they can go up. Everyone thinks, yes, this is it. This is it. We're going to flip. We're going to flip. We keep doing it. And actually, you wasted your whole bear market being in that. And then something like that happens. And when you look back over time, you're like, oh my gosh, I was using my liquidity in this thing that just round tripped against ETH. But it's still up from the low. You see? So that's what happens at these. And where do I get this from? Well, man, bro, you've been running. Friends, this thing has been running for like 12 months, more than 12 months now. You've been running for 470 days. You see what I mean? Like, you got to believe stuff when they're running down for a long time. Okay, when you see, the best time to buy stuff is when they've been running down for a long time. Okay, well, flip that. When's the best time to sell stuff? When they've been running up for their longest time. Yes, that's literally the best time to be selling stuff. By the way, if you want to exit that chart, I know no one's going to do it because it's way too contrarian for them, but you should be selling ETH, selling Sol, and then buying ETH. Selling Sol and buying ETH. But then you probably want the leverage on the ETH. But then again, you don't want to mid-curve it. Maybe you do half in ETH and half in the other projects just to get some leverage play on them. We got plenty of opportunity out there to crack it, sorry. I'm going to quickly show you some Pika on PulseChain, friends. So it came up, here's like a market cap of 11 million. Remember, this is a fake one on the left. It drops down 50%, comes back here. So we are now entering like the final phase. Okay, so it's a 4-year cycle. We're now entering that final year. In this final year, you don't get, most of the time, friends, you don't get this long, drawn-out thing that goes like this. You don't get that anymore. That's done, okay? Trust me, you're gonna get so much anxiety in coins that you're gonna wish for that stuff again. Because it was so easy. Because you could take your time. You don't have to rush. With these, friends, you'll just see coins ping down, come up, and then start to go up higher again. And everyone's gonna be messing, where do I get in? Where do I get in? I don't know. I don't know what to do, okay? You can do a trading system. You have to do a trade. Okay, but the real answer, if you want to know, okay, well, firstly, I got to play some angel music because just to usher in some friendship and kindness, friends. Okay, remember, Pika is on PulseChain, strongest cult chain. It's a religion, actually, neo-religion of crypto, the highest form of a community, but it's priced like a celebrity token. Okay, that's the PulseChain core coins: Pulse, PulseX, EHEX, pHEX, Inc. Now, in this time period, friends, you have to become a trader. That's it. Like, by definition, how can you hold? You can't hold forever from here, even though we are all holding. But if you're entering stuff higher, you never know, man. Like, what if Pika on PulseChain? What if it's like about 40 million? At 40 million, like, okay, I'd like to get in on the bounce at 20 and then try to ride for 100. Yes, that's the game. And you're going to get a bit envious because what's going to happen, man, is new people are going to come in and they're just going to buy stuff on a 50% retrace. And you and I, we know the 50% is just the start of the doom. But you're going to watch all of them make money. And you're going to be like, how the hell did you just throw? They come in with 30 grand. They'll buy PEPE on a 50% retrace and it does like a 5x. I'm serious. You're just going to sit there like, man, we have to sit through all this pain forever and ever. Yeah, man. My friends, remember, respect the pump. It's, remember, as Ivan said, the woo-woo, okay? Let the pump come to you. These people winning, okay? This is what actually happens. They start winning. They don't know it's beginner's luck. Because they're all coming in at the same time, okay? Then they get more confidence, and then their clip sizes increase later on. You see, maybe some guy turns 20 grand into 200, yeah, but now he's not doing 20 grand clips anymore. His clip size up there, he does an $80,000 clip, and then he loses a bit, and then he's like, oh, I want to make back the money, and then he tries to make it back. You see this back and forth, but look at the volume. He started with like a 20 grand clip in, yeah, into one coin flips it. At the top, he starts trading all these volume, 100K, 150K, 80K, $40,000. Look at all that volume back and forth, but it all started with just $20,000. He might do millions of dollars of volume at the top. That is all the buying and the selling and people getting in and getting out and attracting everyone is. Okay, that's pretty much how it happens. Now, check this out. This is me with all the altcoin babes out here, friends. So you got to remember, PulseChain, friends, blue ocean chain. Come and join the PulseChain ecosystem. The island is full of blue ocean alpha. Remember, friends, you can play in Soylana if you want. The problem is, they're like 1 to 4 day things. And, you know, friends, I heard somebody make a joke, and I don't think he was joking. He says, when he's on Soylana, if he's going to sleep or he's going to be out for like 3 hours, he just sells. He sells because he's not in front of his computer. Or he can't look at it. I'm like, what? Just 3 to 5 hours. And like, apparently, like, yeah, everyone's like, oh yeah, that's normal. Like that's the type of trading stuff they're in, friends. They're just moving from mindshare thing that they're all super short. But yeah, eventually, friends, these people run out of money, dude. There's no long-term wealth creation. You only win when long-term buyers come in. Who's buying Soylana now? You're a sucker. You are a sucker. You are literally selling. If you're buying Soylana now, think about this. You are selling Ethereum on its longest downtrend ever. You're selling Ethereum on its longest downtrend ever. And then you're buying Solana in its longest uptrend ever. Okay, that's your definition. You're selling low in one leg to buy high in another leg, you know, but I guess they're going to have to learn the hard way. Now, friends, I want to quickly show you, we were speaking about Moggs before, right? So this is the Mog on PulseChain chart. Man, this thing, I was actually just shocked. This thing just went freaking 16, 17%. That is wild. It's at 2.5 million market cap. The Mog on Ethereum, friends, is actually mogging everything else. So, friends, a lot of people ask me, Sommi, what do you do? What do you do? Look, man, if you're up a lot, you can trim a little. Trim a little. I'm just telling you, I don't know how the hell to get into these things. Friends, you can't, you don't know how powerful the buyers out there are. That will shock you. You will be shocked. Your jaw will hit the floor. You're like, dude, you guys were all here the whole time. Man, if he's just contributed in the bear market, we would all be much higher. They all actually come in at once. These things, friends, that's why I'll never say, oh, like I don't want to say, oh, sell 80% and then move it and that's going to be great, friends. You know how embarrassed you can get so easily in this bull market stuff? You just don't know. A general sense, though, that's why I say is, a general sense is don't just look at one coin. Okay, so yeah, Mog's going up. If you want to trim. Okay, if you want to hold. I'm just telling you, there's so much more buyers out there lurking. There's nothing to be concerned about because Bitcoin's not even 100K yet. Okay, when we get up there and I'm thinking, okay, maybe people got to get rid of their G stacks. Think about trimming stuff more. That's all. Just in case there's an interim bear market like contraction like we had this year and it happens next year. That's something to think about. But friends, I will not dare to try call the top on anything. Like I know, contrarian, everyone's bullish. No. This you've been waiting 4 years for this bull market, friends. You've been waiting 4 years for this opportunity to literally mog the non-believers. I'm telling you now, man, friends, PEPE's going to flip American Airlines and they're going to be cheering for me. People in PEPE are going to be cheering for me, writing about my ribbiting video, how I could see all of this, see all the vision coming and all of this coming out. And people, they're going to buy it. Hey, 8 billion, send it higher. Doge went to 90. They'll keep sending it higher. Friends, everyone wants to be the first $100 billion meme coin as well. That's like that's a big status. So all these things are happening in the background. Why would you want to just throw everything out? You know, that's why you got to be careful of selling too early. Also, I just saw here from Mario. Look at this right now, 11 seconds ago. Breaking Tether mints $1 billion USDT on Tron. Inventory replenish. So that's what you're seeing. Also, look at Bankless. This is money. I'm guessing it's ETH. So as you can see, friends, a lot of these things are heating up. Tether's going to be printing and minting, and we'll see what happens. Now, I have a post here, friends, about the Others BTC, right? And look, see, Others BTC, remember, Others BTC, as I showed you the chart, it's bleeding down. But like, look at something like this. Mog on Ethereum flipped Ape Chain. This is the Bored Ape Yacht Club, friends. They literally mogged them. Okay, mogged them. You see what I mean? So we're watching others are getting destroyed, which is like the overall altcoins. But memes, friends, are gaining traction. More ads, meme coin, super cycle. And remember, for everyone new, it's a pyramid, okay? The bottom is memes. There's memes everywhere. Yes? A scarce meme. So when a meme coin community evolves, you become a cult, okay? A cult takes it to new places. If the cult can transcend that and they can push long enough, multiple cycles, you become a religion, okay? That's what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is a religion. So that's why I wanted to contrast that with you. Yeah, altcoins are bleeding, friends. This includes things like Litecoin and Polkadot and, you know, everything else that can't patch up. Even Chainlink, which is getting mogged too. But I don't think we can use the exact fractal of the timing from before because it's not working. So what I actually think we have to do is, unfortunately, is we actually have to go back and use an exact 4-year cycle. So we are not at... So, friends, if you look at the actual fractal, we are meant to be in March of next year right now. We're meant to be about Feb of March. Feb of March of 2021. So, actually, I'll show you where Feb March of 2021 was. Let's have a quick peek of it. Feb, March 2021, look at this. Bitcoin had Elon Musk buying. See, here's Feb, March. You see that? That's where we're meant to be if you use the fractals. But we don't seem to be there, are we? Okay. Actually, if you look at the chart and you look at just the altcoins, we are more like here. We are in October, November, right? 2020. So in this time period, what happened was altcoins didn't do anything for 3 months. And you actually see it in the others BTC, which I'll give you a quick peek around as well. So if you go back, look at this. Others BTC, friends, they actually went down like they are now into the end of the year. And then they just started grinding up. They just round tripped here. Okay, so they literally did nothing. And if you go before that as well, it was the same thing. Look at this. Others BTC just did nothing. And then they started smacking up. So if that happens again, and we're just guessing, if that happens again, somewhere, this is a peak somewhere, and then who knows, something like this happens, and we go up, we have some spike up, and then we got to figure out the next part later on. Remember, friends, bears will be shot on sight, and I really do mean that. Bears will actually be blown to pieces. And trust me, they will be blown to pieces. Oh man, I love having so much fun here, friends. If you are on the sidelines, I don't know what to tell you at this point. This is the fun part. They all rush in. Trust me, what's going to happen is you're going to watch people buy some very high prices, and then they're going to embarrass you and me. They're going to keep going and going and going, and it's going to be the left curve people. They're like, oh yeah, this thing's working, and we've got another 3 months to run. And you're like, bro, but this thing's up 187x. How are you buying it? They buy it, they make another 4. They literally make another 4. You'll see. Remember as well, you were looking for slingshot leverage, and I'm going to check now the ICOSA price chart. Remember, friends, there was a big whale account. He was dumping down here. Let's actually zoom in so we can see properly. Remember this thing? They dumped it all the way down. Man, that's 62% dumped. It's on a day. He just smashed it all the way down. Look, it's just reversing back. I told you, friends, there's buyers lurking everywhere. And like everyone in the ICOSA channel, ICOSA slingshot leverage on HEX, no one was worried. They're just like, wow. And I was actually telling my friends, I wasn't joking. I'm like, guys, it's a gift. This guy got rid of an enormous amount of size. He got rid of it for pennies. He was literally selling into a $7,000 bid. Do you understand how much of a joke that is? They were just wanting to get the hell out. I think they rotated to an incentive token and then something else. So this was the big spike up here. So yeah, it just takes time. Remember, HEX is a spear. You need HEX to keep going up. Maybe this thing drags down and then things catch up later. Yeah, but that's one way. Look, if you got, let's say you want to put in 50 grand, you can't even get into ICOSA, or you can. You got to start DCAing every day, and you will push it up maybe like 30%. Okay, because it's so small. However, if you've only got like 500 bucks, yes, like 1/100th of that, not financial advice, it's worth having slingshot leverage on HEX because you can fit in 500 bucks, you know. But if you're a whale, you can't get in. ICOSA's bids and offers, they're only like 50 or 80 or 100K or something, okay? 100,000 or whatever it is, maybe 40 or 80,000 total. Okay, so yeah, you put in like 40, 80,000. I think I should check it, but that could like make it go up 4x. You see how thin it is? But yeah, but that's for small people. You see, that's why, friends, slingshot leverage, it's your advantage. So it's your way of like being in spot with leverage, and you don't have a liquidation point. You have a time capitulation pain. You have time pain, but that's it, okay? It's so much better than doing 100x leverage long and then you get wicked out and stuff, okay? This thing is just a whole new game. That's why I've introduced everyone to this to show you this is how it works. But eventually, a lot of people, they're not going to want to put in like 500 bucks in the HEX. People are going to come in, they've got like 35K, you know? So friends, they're going to be people, let's say Caradanzo does a 3x from here. And so these people, maybe they have 30 grand in it, now they have 90, and they'll be watching some of my videos or something, and they're like, oh, you know what? I want to peel off like 20% of that, $18,000, and I want to go disperse it out somewhere. Let me try this PulseChain ecosystem. So they put like 18 grand. Maybe they put like, you know, 6 into HEX, and then 6 into PulseChain, and 6 into incentive token. You see what I mean? That's eventually what starts happening, and their clip sizes get bigger. And there's going to be people with even larger clip sizes than that. They'll be in the millions of dollars if PulseChain one day is like 40, 50 billion market cap. So yes, today, friends, we are going to definitely celebrate the friendship. All that lovely green. There might be some more poopiness in the altcoins, but you can't give up hope now. I mean, like, the best part is Bitcoin's already done the hard work. Bitcoin has done the heavy lifting. Maybe we get and sell the news on the Donald Trump victory or whatever the hell happens. The big picture, it's very, very clear, friends. Everyone's going to get FOMO. All the institutions are going to get Bitcoin FOMO. It's going to make a lot of people rich. Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything's going to get dragged up. This is the final part of the cycle. And yes, it's when we say final part of the cycle, it's actually the only part that really goes up for everyone. It's just that it's now the fourth cycle. So what if you got that part wrong? Imagine you waited until this time and altcoins were like up 4x from a year and a half ago. You'd never forgive yourself because now you've like missed out so much of the gains. You see what I mean? So that's something we're going to have to discuss in that next bear market because now it's going to be the fifth cycle. The fifth cycle. Are people going to like sell it all again? Well, if you want to know the answer, it depends on the euphoria. That's what it comes to. So right now, friends, Bitcoin is heading up. We don't have any euphoria yet. Altcoins, everyone's depressed. Okay, but we're going to have to see some euphoric prices. That's why I'm really looking at maybe PEPE does hit a 100 billion market cap. Okay, if PEPE, as soon as PEPE hits like 10 or 20 billion market cap, things like Landwolf 615 will be absolutely mooning and rocking, all these other things as well around it. You see, so we need to see some big, big, big mania prices. But until that point, we sit tight, stay long, stay strong, like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you in the next one.